Safety 24/7. I came from DuPont, and let me tell you a little bit about my background there. At DuPont, I had a very unusual position, not just a safety manager at a single facility. I was hired to learn the safety and environmental that the company had and go out to other companies and provide that service for them. During my many years at DuPont, I visited over 600 facilities, including Exxon and Mobil. And I saw the challenges faced by other companies like ourselves. What you're going to see happened over 4,000 times last year. So watch this very carefully. Whoa, did that get your attention? A couple weeks ago, having a safety attitude saved my life. A safety attitude is learning what can hurt you, or injure you, or even kill you, and always being aware of that. 10 years ago at DuPont, I was going through a green light. I was the second person through a green light, been green. Out of the corner of my eye, I saw what I thought was a car that was going to run the red light. I stepped on the brake. He took off in front of my car, spun me around. It dissipated most of the energy that way. I wasn't hurt. The car was completely destroyed. A few weeks ago, I was in Conroe visiting a friend. I was in his truck, and we were going through a green light. The light had been green for several seconds. But because I've always made a habit from that accident 10 years ago, I looked to the left to see if anyone was going to run the red light, and there was. And I told him to step on the brake. We were 6 feet in the intersection, and right in front of us, an old Continental town car, 7-foot-long hood engine, cuts through at least 60 miles an hour. If I hadn't learned that lesson 10 years before, developed that safety attitude, I would be dead, and I would not be talking. You would have another speaker today. Being safe at work was great. Wouldn't it be better if we could teach people how to be safe all the time, so when they came to work, they didn't think about being safe because they already had that attitude of safety. I was at a large company about 3 years ago when a safety manager told me his goal that year was to only have 2 fatalities. I said, why don't we work at 0? Because he had 6 the year before. I thought going down to 2 was really good. I thought 0 was a much better number. We found that 96% of the accidents that our employees had were at home and on the road. So if we could help avoid that 96% of the accidents, they were more productive at work. They showed up to work because they wouldn't miss work because they weren't off because of a serious accident. So it was good for the company and it's good for the employee. Is 99.9% accident-free, is that good enough? No, it's not. And we'll go through what that 0.1% means. What does 99.9 mean? What's the difference between 100% and 99.9 is 1/10 of 1%. Just a little tiny fraction. Can you imagine having 1 hour a month unsafe water? 1 hour a month, you're going to get so sick you're going to have to go to the hospital. But the rest of the time, it's great. 200,000 incorrect prescriptions, 500 incorrect surgical procedures each week. I hope you're not one of those. And I hope no one in here was one of those babies that got dropped on their head, because there's 50 of those today. And what about 250,000 defective tires? Oh, that's not in your car. 2 unsafe landings in Atlanta. I was in one of those several months ago. The plane left, one of these little puddle jumpers, not a real airplane, you know, what kind of a wannabe plane. And the red light came on, according to the captain. He said, well, it's probably nothing, but it does say we have a fire in the luggage compartment. And I'm thinking, I'm in an aluminum shell. I can't do anything about this. Pray. We came back, fire engines behind us, and it was a short, fortunately. But they unloaded the luggage before they unloaded the people. I didn't think that was a very good idea. We have to make 0 the only acceptable statistic. And that's where we have to work towards. So be safe as you go home and you have a wonderful Thanksgiving vacation and Christmas vacation, and practice safety 24/7. Thank you. I'm Chris Loomis.